Alright, food fans, listen up. We're cruising into the concrete jungle where the streets are paved with flavor and the only traffic jam you'll find is a line for the best darn street eats on the planet. Forget those overpriced tourist traps, we're talking about the real deal. The hidden gems, the spots where locals line up for a taste of heaven. We're talking about the kind of food that makes your taste buds sing. From sizzling halal carts to steaming hot momos, crispy Jianbing to juicy birria tacos. Get those napkins ready, folks. Cause things are about to get real messy, real tasty, and real New York City. So buckle up, grab a fork, and get ready for a wild ride through the best street food NYC has to offer. Let's hit it. First stop, we're hitting up a New York City institution, the Halal Cart. Forget those fancy restaurants, these carts are where it's at. We're talking mountains of perfectly seasoned chicken and rice, slathered in that creamy, tangy white sauce that'll make you want to slap your mama. Just kidding, don't slap your mama, but seriously, this sauce is the bomb. Yeah, you've heard of the halal guys, they're famous for a reason. But trust me, the real flavor is hiding in plain sight. We're talking about spots like Adele's famous cart in Midtown. This ain't your average street meat, folks. This is the real deal. Marinated to perfection, grilled to juicy perfection, and served up with a side of pure NYC energy. And let's talk about that white sauce for a sec. It's like a symphony of flavors. Tangy, creamy, a little spicy, and totally addictive. They guard that recipe like it's the Holy Grail, and once you taste it, you'll know why. Alright folks, feast your eyes on this masterpiece, the Halal Cart Combo Platter. This ain't your mama's dinner plate, this is a mountain of flavor that'll have you licking your fingers and begging for more. We're talking a bed of fluffy, perfectly cooked rice piled high with tender, juicy chicken, all drizzled with that magical white sauce and a touch of fiery hot sauce for those who like to live on the edge. And don't forget the salad. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, salad. But trust me, this ain't your average lettuce and tomato. This stuff is loaded with flavor, a perfect counterpoint to all that savory goodness. Now, I'm a firm believer in the power of customization, so don't be afraid to make this platter your own. Extra white sauce, go for it. Double the hot sauce, you're a brave soul. I like it. Add some onions, some peppers, whatever floats your boat. But whatever you do, make sure you get a big old bite of everything in one go. Next up, we're hitting up a New York City institution, the Dollar Pizza Joint. Forget those fancy artisanal pizzerias with their truffle oil and fancy cheeses. We're talking about the OG, the classic, the slice that built this city, the Dollar Pizza Slice. Now let's be real, this ain't your gourmet, wood-fired pizza. This is a no-frills, straight-up slice of cheesy goodness. But you know what? Sometimes that's all you need. For a couple of bucks, you get a giant, foldable slice of pizza that's crispy on the bottom, chewy in the middle, and covered in just the right amount of tangy tomato sauce and gooey cheese. It's the perfect fuel for a night out on the town, a quick lunch break, or a late-night snack after one too many drinks. And listen, I'm not gonna lie, this pizza tastes even better after midnight. Something about those late-night cravings, you know? It's like a rite of passage, a New York City tradition. You haven't truly experienced the city until you've devoured a dollar slice at 3 a.m. Alright folks, let's talk dessert. And when you're cruising through the concrete jungle, there's only one way to cool down soft serve. We're talking about that creamy, dreamy, melt-in-your-mouth goodness that makes you feel like a kid again. Now, in NYC, we take our soft serve seriously, and there are two contenders vying for the crown. Mr. Softy, the classic king of the streets, and Van Leeuwen, the artisanal up-and-comer with their fancy flavors. First up, we've got Mr. Softy. This is the OG, the sound of summer, the taste of childhood, that iconic jingle, that bright blue and white truck, it just screams nostalgia. And their classic vanilla? Don't let its simplicity fool you, folks. This is soft serve perfection, smooth, creamy, and oh so satisfying. But then we've got Van Leeuwen, the new kid on the block. They've taken soft serve to the next level with their artisan ingredients and unique flavors. Alright, food adventurers, buckle up. We're heading to Queens, the melting pot of NYC, where the flavors of the world collide and your taste buds go on a wild ride. And trust me folks, Queens is a foodie paradise, especially when it comes to street food. Today, we're embarking on a culinary quest to Jackson Heights, a neighborhood bursting with authentic flavors from around the globe. And our mission? To track down the legendary Tibetan Momos. These ain't your average dumplings, folks. These are steaming hot pockets of pure Himalayan heaven. Now you can find Momos all over Jackson Heights, but we're heading to a spot that's been satisfying cravings for years. Fail. This place is a local favorite, and for good reason. Their Momos are made fresh, with love, and you can taste the difference in every bite. We're talking about delicate, hand-pleated dough, filled with savory meats, spicy vegetables, or even sweet cheese, all steamed to perfection and served with a side of fiery chili sauce that'll wake up your senses. Alright folks, the moment of truth is here. We've tracked down the legendary Tibetan Momos at Fayul in Jackson Heights, and let me tell you, these little pockets of flavor are worth the hype. Just look at these beauties. Steaming hot, perfectly pleated, and bursting with savory goodness. I'm talking about tender beef, spicy vegetables, and a blend of spices that'll transport you straight to the Himalayas. And that first bite, forget about it. The dough is soft and pillowy, the filling is bursting with flavor, and that chili sauce, whoa mama, it's got a kick that'll wake up your senses. But it's not just about the heat. It's a complex blend of spices and herbs that adds another layer of flavor to every bite. Now I'm not gonna lie, things got a little messy. But hey, that's part of the fun, right? When you're eating good food, you gotta be willing to get your hands dirty. Alright food lovers, we're about to dive into a whole new world of flavor right here in the heart of NYC. We're talking about Flushing, Queens, home to one of the largest and most vibrant Chinatowns in the world. And trust me folks, Flushing is a street food paradise. You can find everything here from juicy dumplings to spicy noodles to crispy duck. But what we're after today is a true Chinese breakfast of champions Jianbing. Now Jianbing is a thing of beauty. Imagine a thin, crispy crepe, made right before your eyes on a giant griddle, then layered with savory sauces, fresh herbs, a cracked egg, and your choice of fillings. It's like a breakfast burrito, but a million times more delicious. And the best part? Watching them make it is half the fun. The Jianbing masters work with lightning speed, spreading the batter, cracking eggs, and assembling your crepe with the precision of a surgeon. Alright folks, get ready to have your minds blown. We're heading to Brooklyn, the land of hipsters, beards, and some of the most innovative food in the city. And what better place to experience the cutting edge of culinary creativity than Smorgasburg? This ain't your average food festival, folks. This is a weekend extravaganza of flavor, a smorgasbord, get it, of the most delicious, unique, and Instagrammable food NYC has to offer. And trust me, you're gonna need an appetite to tackle this beast. But amidst all the culinary chaos, one dish stands out as a true Smorgasburg legend, the ramen burger. Yeah, you heard me right, a burger, with ramen noodles, as the bun. Now I know what you're thinking. Guy, is that even legal? And honestly, I'm not sure. Alright folks, we're back in Queens, baby. And this time, we're on a pilgrimage to a place that's achieved legendary status in the NYC food scene. Birria-Landia. This ain't your average taco truck, folks. This is a shrine to the art of birria, a traditional Mexican stew that's been stewing up a storm of flavor for centuries. Now Birria-Landia is known for one thing and one thing only, their incredible birria tacos. These ain't your ordinary tacos, folks. We're talking about slow-cooked, melt-in-your-mouth tender beef, simmered in a rich, flavorful broth that's loaded with spices and chilies. The tortillas are dipped in that magical broth, then griddled to crispy perfection, creating a flavor explosion in every bite. And don't even get me started on the consommé. This ain't your grandma's soup, folks. This is a rich, savory, spicy nectar of the gods that's perfect for dipping your tacos, sipping on the side, or just straight up chugging from the cup. Trust me, you won't want to waste a single drop. Alright folks, it's late, you're starving, and you need a flavor fix that'll satisfy those late night cravings. Well, you're in luck, cause we're about to hit up a New York City institution, the falafel joint. Now you can find falafel all over the city, but we're talking about those late night spots that are open till the wee hours, slinging out crispy, flavorful falafel like nobody's business. These are the places where you go after a long night out, when you need something to soak up all that, fun you've been having. We're talking about those perfectly fried falafel balls, crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, seasoned to perfection with herbs and spices. They're tucked into warm pita bread, slathered with creamy hummus, tangy tahini, and all the fresh veggies your heart desires. And that first bite? Forget about it. The falafel is hot and crispy, the hummus is smooth and creamy, the tahini adds a tangy kick, and the fresh veggies provide a welcome crunch. It's a symphony of textures and flavors that'll have you saying, "Move over, shawarma, there's a new king in town." Well folks, there you have it, a whirlwind tour of some of the best street food NYC has to offer. From halal carts to Tibetan momos, from dollar pizza to birria tacos, this city's got it all. So next time you're in the Big Apple, skip the fancy restaurants and hit the streets. Trust me, the real flavor is out there, waiting to be discovered. And who knows, maybe you'll even find your new favorite food along the way.